Welcome again, this is Lowroller, and today we're gonna check out how to make this sort of screech sound with FM8. If you're not very familiar with this plugin, you might want to check out the previous video I made where I gave you like a brief couple of notions on how to use this plugin and with what you can do basically with frequency modulation in general. And but for those who know this plugin already, let's dive into what I made. So let's start here from the FM8. It looks a lot more complex than it really is. So to just make it easier for you guys to understand, I'm just gonna open a new patch here and explain you step by step how I got into this. So we just dive into the operators here. As you can see, I just have, these are all carriers, okay? And this is a modulator. All these carriers are sawtooths. And as you can see from the ratio here, they're all sort of manually detuned between one and another. And they all go through the saturator operator. And they also all go through this filter, which is again connected through this saturation operator. And the filter itself feeds into all these operators again to give some sort of like inharmonic content to the sound. And again, all this bunch of operators are modulated by this very simple sine wave. And what we're gonna do here is just like recreate this thing. So just, you know, just there you go. Then you option click all these to activate them. Well, you might want to activate these two, and like this goes about 50. So yeah, you get that idea. You know, just like go here, go 50, 50, and about the values, I didn't really. I just tweaked till I kind of found the cool ratio of values I wanted for manually detuning this all these sawtooths. And I just I actually came up with the idea of feeding all these operators with a filter by accident, because I just clicked it with the wrong cell with the mouse, but I ended up with a cool effect that I've been using a lot. So yeah, it's actually a pretty you know, all these sonic accidents sometimes they really help you to find something new, you know, just like with many others of my ideas for tracks in general. So now we're just gonna feedback here with the filter onto all these operators. Yep, and we have here the sine wave. We're just gonna feed all these operators as well. Just I'll go here, and this is not really exact the amount we have here, but you know, you get the idea pretty much. And on top of this, what you didn't see is that I did some sort of like a envelope on the pitch here. So just go here and replicate this thing. There's actually there's within the presets this pitch falling, which is just an envelope which is calculated mostly on the pitch, and we're just gonna sync it as well as we did before. And go here, like analog is gonna be like 45 more or less. Analog is like that amount, controlled amount of disorder we talked about in the other video. And now on top of this, I been on the master section where I've been touching here the unison and detune parts, and just increase the polyphony of the sound and make it monophonic, obviously. Turn the portamento on and go about here as we did before, and like obviously increase the detune here, and wanna increase also the stereo imaging, the panning of the sound. And just want to increase as well the pitch here, And I think I actually forgot to manually go through the bother of, yes, actually switching these to sawtooths. Otherwise you get like a complete different sounds. As you just change this oscillators, you see that the display showing the harmonic content is actually changing, and it's starting to look like this one finally. And so I go here, and like this one was about, so it's just like a click and pull the mouse up to change the value. And here is 2020, yeah, or 2 point, wait, it's like 2.0 and then 205. Let's see if 2.0.205. No, all right, no luck with this. I have to do it manually. Okay, now just go here in this other oscillator. The T is 96. Again, really there's no rule for this detuning. You just like try every time manually and see what works for you. The thumb rule is that you have like a one main value, which is like for instance the F is 1, and you try to like tweak all the other oscillators you're working with a little bit and offset them compared to what is your reference value. In this case is F, so is 1. You're gonna just move around that. And okay, so this area I think it's covered really. What we gotta do apply is the filter envelope here, and we're just gonna use something like standard attack decay and gonna change it. And this is tempo synced, so we might want to tempo sync it as well. And it goes about here, and like here you just pull it a little bit up and just like pull this thing down a bit. And this is, yeah, about here, so just more or less. Okay, now next thing we want to do is make it a bandpass, so like a high pass and a low pass. There you go, just like we did here. And cut off as like about 26. So just this sort of information is basically like the amount of the filter cutoff, which is gonna feed into the saturator and then into the operators themselves. And this is the amount of envelope. We want to copy that as like 32. Let's see how much does it actually affect on this spectrum really. And now we're gonna cover the effects section because I actually use them a lot. And effects sections here, like okay, they obviously I always use this overdrive to kind of add some drive to the tune, and I use the shelving equalizer to try to add back some high shelves here. And now a little bit of reverb. What we're gonna do is just add a lot of decay and reverb, but not really a lot of like a wet percentage, because when we're gonna distort it later on with the isotope, if you compress something which has reverb, or you distort it, or you just like tend to alter its dynamics, if you have reverb, it will sound like as if there's a lot more reverb than you really actually added in the first place. And we just are trying to add a little bit of space to the sound, but you don't really wanna overdo it. So we're just gonna add a little touch, reverb. All right, so this area is covered as well. Now might wanna check out the effects section. So just gonna go here, use just using a channel standard equalizer, which comes in Logic. You can choose whatever you want. What I'm gonna do basically is just gonna go here, like cut about here, to just like remove this bass frequencies we don't really need in this kind of sound, and just also remove this high part that we don't really need much. Next, we might want to add some modulation here at the chorus, and just like put it a little bit about here, and it's gonna be in high intensity and low rate. Just let me check compared to that one. Yeah, more or less. Okay, now what we're gonna do next is add the isotope trash as we did here, and I use it mostly like not just as a distortion unit, but also some sort of like brick wall limiter, because of all this like boosts and distortion effects. You might end up like clipping in your channel, but not with the isotope, which is a really cool unit. And see how it sounds now. Maybe that's a little bit too much, is it? Alright, wanna like pull this thing down a little bit. Right, now there's a filter unit in the isotope I use a lot, and basically what happens is that you can just change the bands, and you would do like a standard equalizer. But the cool thing is that you can automate this like with an alpha, so the alpha can be synced or can be just off sync, and here you decide the rate in case like we're working off sync here. And what it does, it just basically is like as if I was manually automating the band of the frequencies where I added this boost, and like just check how I did it here. That was a lot more than we actually did here. Okay, fine. So just go here, and on top of this gain amount you apply, you can actually also automate the resonance. Like you can see, like this bell is more resonant than this other one, and basically when the small point reaches this amount, means that basically like it's not just the frequency moving, it's also the resonant amount which is being automated onto this band in general. And now once we've done this, we could just like go back here and use again like another equalizer, again like using the one I used before. You can use just anything else, it will do. And we cut again these frequencies, because basically when we distort, what's happening is that it can end up adding it back again some of these bass frequencies that we don't really need, because when you're gonna add a kick, if you have all this dirt around here, then it's gonna mix up with a kick, and it's really gonna be difficult to mix it and make it sound as it's supposed to. So we're just gonna cut all this thing again and add some high shelving here. Right, so we're definitely going like too much in red, and what we could do here is just like go back and use the brick wall limiting of the isotope trash to just gonna try to avoid this. Gain is still going in the red, so just go back here and push it down a little bit. It's very important to notice like how the sound changes when you're like actually using the glide. So basically I'm still holding one note and then I'm pressing the next, and you can hear the sound, the transition of the pitch from one note to the other. and it sounds like completely different from when I just press them on their own. It's because of the glide, and basically like every note has this pitch envelope we applied before. And so yeah, this was pretty much it. I hope that you find this tutorial useful. Let me know what you think about it on the social networks, on YouTube, on Facebook, on even on SoundCloud. I just left the link on the bottom. And on top of this, I just also added the patch of the FM8 on my page. So if you're if you just want to skip to that and just download it, it's fine. There's a link on the bottom on the page. And let's speak later. Bye.